two households, both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure, piteous o'erthrows, doth with their deaths bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's ends not could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage, the which, if you with patient ear attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Bravery on my word will not carry cold.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we being collar, will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out to the collar.
I strike quickly being moved.
Thou not quickly move to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague will move me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runst away.
A dog of the house of Montague will move me to stand.
Don't take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
The quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I'll show myself a tyrant. When I've fought with the men, I will be civil with the maids. I'll cut off the heads.
The heads of maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids. Or the maiden heads. Take it what sense thou wilt.
Oh, draw thy tool, here comes through the house.
Weapon is out. Quarrel. I will back thee.
Now turn my back and run.
Fear me now.
Mary, I fear thee.
Oh, let us take the law of our side. Let them begin.
I will frown as they pass by. Let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare it, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it. Bite your thumb at us, sir? I do bite my thumb, sir. You bite your thumb at us, sir. Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, no. I not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir. If you do, I'll for you. I'm just as good a man as you. No better. Well,
Say better. Here comes one of the masters.
aye, better, sir. You lie! Fraud, ye be men! Gregory, remember thy swashing blood!
What fools! Drop your sword! You know not what you do!
What? Art thou drawn amongst these heartless hinds? Turn, Benvolio, and look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. I had to put up your sword, or else manage to depart these men with me.
Peace. I hate the word. I hate hell. All Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward!
What news is this? Give me my long sword.
I call you the
Old Montague has come and Bryce is slain in spite of now, villain, Capulet. Hold me now, let me go.
Enemies to peace! Profaners of this neighbor state and steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men! You beasts that quench the fires of your pernicious rage with purple fountains flowing from your veins on pain of torture. From those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. And hear the sentence of your moving prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast with grave beseeming ornaments to wield old partisans with hands as old, cankered with peace, to part your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. Capulet, come along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. To Old Freetown, our common justice place. For this time, all the rest depart away. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new abroach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversaries and yours. Let's fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. The instant came in the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance in my ear, he swung about his head and cut the winds who, nothing hurt withal, hissed him into scorn. While we were exchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more and fought on part and part, till the prince came and parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worship's sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drive me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore, that westward rooteth from this city side, so early walking did I see your son. Toward him I made, but he was ware of me, that stole into the covert of the woods. I, measuring his affection by my own, which then most sought where most might not be found, pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But so soon as the all-cheering sun should from the furthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pins himself, it shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must these humors prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn from him,
Have you importuned him by any means?
both by myself and many other friends, but he, his own affections counseling, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself so secret, so close, so far from sounding and discovery, as is the bud bit with the envious worm ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as no.
See where he comes, so please you, step aside. All know its grievance, or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Guy me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. Tell me, what sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough and proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled, still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we die? Oh me, we're friends here. Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Well then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing, first create heavy lightness, serious vanity, still waking sleep, that is not what it is. This love feel I that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
Nay, cuz, I rather weep.
Good heart, at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Farewell, my cause.
Soft! I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong. But
I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He's some other where.
tell me, in sadness, who is that you love?
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
Well, in that hit you missed. I shall not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Diane's wit, and in strong proof of chastity, well armed from love's weak, childish bow, she lives unharmed.
Then she has sworn to still remain chaste.
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste. She is too fair, too wisely, too fair to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note where I may read who passed that passing fair? Farewell. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I, in penalty alike. And 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable disposition are you both, and pity 'tis you lived in odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suits?
But to say o'er what I've said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she, her happy mother's maid.
Too soon marred are those so early made. The earth has swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agreed. Within her scope of choice lies my consent, and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest such as I love, and few on the store. One more most welcome makes my number more. At my poor house look to behold this night earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light. Such comfort as do lusty young men feel when well-apparelled April on the heel of limping winter treads. E'en such delight among fresh female buds shall you this night inherit in my house. Hear all see, and like her most whose merit most shall be. Which on more of you of many, mine being one, may stand in number, though in reckoning. Come, go with me. Go, sirrah. Trudge about through fair Verona. Find those persons out whose name are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure's day.
Find them out whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker shall meddle with his yard, the tailor with his last, the fisher with his pencils, and the painter with his nets. But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here written. And I never can find the names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned. Oh, in good time.
Tut, man. One fire burns out another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn getting and be hope by backwards turning. One desperate grief is cured by another's languish. Take some new infection to thine eye, and the rank poison of old will die.
Your plantain leaf is excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
For your broken shin.
Oh, why, Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is, shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented, and good fellow.
God, I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, my own fortune in my misery.
Perhaps you've learned it without book. But I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
Ah, you say honestly. Rest you merry.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Senor Martino and his wife and daughters. Senor Placentio and his lovely nieces. Mercutio and his brother Valentine. Mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters. My fair cousin Rosaline. Senor Valentio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio, and the lively Helena.
Fair assembly, whither should they come? Up! Whither?
The settler! To our
Whose house?
My master.
Oh, indeed, I should have asked thee that before.
Now I'll tell thee without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet! Woo! And if ye be not of the house of Montagues, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulets sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare her face with some that I will show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow!
One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world begun. I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse! Where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
I bid her come. What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid, where's this girl?
Juliet, call now! Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I've remembered me. Now's hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age in 2 hours.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth. Yet to my teeth being spoken, I have but 4. She is not 14. How long is it now till Lammastide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd of all the days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God now. She was too good for me. But as I said, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. That shall she marry. I remember it well, 'tis since the earthquake now 11 years, and she was weaned. I never shall forget it of all the days of the year upon that day. For I had then laid wormwood to my dug, sitting in the sun under the dove house while my lord and you were then in Mantua. Shake, quoth the dove house. 'Twas no need, I trow, to bid me trudge, and since that time it is 11 years. For then she could stand high lone. Nay, by the rood, she could have run and waddled all about. For even the day before she broke her brow, and my husband, God be with his soul, I was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, fallest thou upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holiday, the pretty wretch left crying and said, I. To see now how a jest may come about! I warrant an I live 1,000 years, I never should forget it. Wilt thou not, quoth he? And pretty fool, she stinted and said, I.
Enough of this. I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam, yet I cannot choose, but laugh to think she should leave crying and say I. And yet I warrant she had upon her head a bump as big as a young cockerel stone, a parlous enough, and she cried bitterly, fallest upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backwards when thou comest of age, wilt thou not, Jewel? She stinted and said, I.
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace, I have done. Thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed, and I should live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary. That Mary is the very thing came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
An honor! Were not I thine only nurse, I'd say thou had such wisdom from thy teat.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona. Ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus, then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, man, lady, young lady, such a man. As all the world, why, he's a man of wax.
Oh, Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Yea, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night, you shall behold him at our feast. Read over the volume of young Paris' face and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament and see how one another lends content. And what obscured in this fair volume lies, find written in the margins of his eyes, this precious book of love, this unbound lover. To beautify him, all he lacks a cover. The fish lives in the sea, and 'tis much pride. For fair without the fair within to hide. That book, many eyes doth share the glory, that in gold class locks in the golden story. So shall you share all that he doth possess, by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like a Paris love?
I'll look to like, if looking liking move, but no more deep will I indart mine eye than your consent give strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come. Supper served up. You called. My young lady asked for. The nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything's in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I. Believe me, you have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead. So stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you beat love down. Come! Give me a visage to put my visor in. A visor for a visor. What care I, what curious eye doth coach deformities?
Come, knock and enter no sooner in, but let every man betake him to his legs.
I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Tut! Done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this Sir Reverence love, wherein thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight, ho!
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay, we waste our lights in vain like lights by day. Take our good meaning for our judgment sits 5 times ere once in our 5 wits.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie
in bed, asleep. Well, they do dream things true.
Then I see the Queen Mab have been with you. She is the fairy's midwife. And she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with her little team of atomy athwart men's noses they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, her traces of the smallest spider web, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a little round worm, plucked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her wagon is an empty hazelnut made by a joiner squirrel, or old grub. Time out of mind, the fairies' coachmakers, and in this state, she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then she dreams of love through lawyers' fingers that straight on dream of ease, on ladies' lips that straight on kisses dream, of which the angry map doth often blisters plague, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted on. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of health 5 fathoms deep, and then anon drums in his ear, which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two and sleeps again. This is that very mab that plaits the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf flocks and foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presseth them, and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage.
Peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
True! I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and as inconstant as the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered puffs away from thence, turning aside to the dew dropping south.
This wind you speak of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we will arrive too late.
I fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life, closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my suit. On, lusty gentlemen!
Strike drum!
Welcome, gentlemen! Ladies that have their toes unplayed with corns will have a bout with you. Ah, my mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she I'll swear hath corns. Am I come near you now? Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor and could tell a whispering tale into a fair lady's ear such as would please. 'Tis gone. 'Tis gone. 'Tis gone. Welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. Turn up the tables, you rogues. More light. And quench the fire. The room has grown too hot. Hey, sit, good cousin Capulet. You and I are past our dancing days. How long is now since last yourself and I were in a mass?
My lady, 30 years. 30 years.
And 'tis not so much, 'tis not so much. 'Tis since the nuptials of Lucenti. Come Pentecost as quickly as it will, some 25 years, and then we met.
'Tis more, 'tis more. His son is elder, sir. His son is 30.
Will you tell me that? His son was but a ward 2 years ago.
What lady is that which doth enrich the hands of yonder knight? Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? No, forswear it, sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier. What dares the knave come hither, covered with an antic face, to scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman, wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe. A villain hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. That bears him like a portly gentleman. And to say true, Verona brags of it to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all the town here in my house do him disparage. Therefore, be patient. Take no note of it. It is my will, the which if thou respect, show a fair presence, and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for thee.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What, goodman boy, I say he shall go too. Am I the master here, or you? Go to. You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul.
Why, uncle,
You'll make a
'tis a
mutiny among my guests. You'll set cockahoo. You'll be the man.
Why, uncle, 'tis a
Go
shame.
to. You are a saucy boy. And so it is. This trick may chance to scathe you, I know. What? You must contrary me. Marry, 'tis time. Well said, my heart. You are princox. Go. Be quiet, heart. More light. More light. For shame. I'll make you quiet. What? Cheer me, my heart.
Patience perforce and willful choler meeting make my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, gentle sin is this, my lips to blushing pilgrims ready stand, to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy Palmer's kiss.
Have not saints' lips, and holy Palmer's too.
Aye, pilgrims' lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, let lips do with hands. Pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move,
Thou grant, for prayer's sake.
Then move not, for my prayers effect I take. Thus, from my lips by thine, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Oh, sin from my lips? Oh, trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
Kiss by the book! Madam, your lady mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary Bachelor, her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the coins.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's death.
Away! The sport is at its best.
So I fear the more is my unrest.
Hey, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet for. Is being so? Why, then I thank you all. Thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Come on, then, let's to bed. For me and wax is late. I'll to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yond, gentleman?
Oh, the son and heir of old Tiberio.
Oh, what's he that now is going out of door?
Mary, I think that be young Petruchio.
Oh, what's he that follows there? That would not dance.
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo and Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate? Too early, seed unknown and known too late. Prodigious birth of love, it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme. I learn it even now of when I danced with all.
Juliet! Anon! Come, let's away! The strangers are all gone.
Now old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gapes to be his heir. That fair for which love groaned for and would die, with tender Juliet matched is now not fair. Romeo is beloved, and loves again, alike bewitched by the charm of looks. To his foe supposed he must complain, and she still loves sweet bait from fearful hooks. Being held a foe, he may not have access to breathe such words as lovers used to vow, and she, as much in love, her means much less to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lends them power, time means to meet, tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
Can I come forward when my heart is here? Now turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo! My cousin Romeo! He is wise, and on my lie hath stolen him home to bed. Come, he ran this way and left this orchard wall. Call good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo! Humors! Madman! Mother! Speak now in the likeness of a sigh. Say but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but I need. Pronounce but love and dove. He seeth not, he heareth not, he moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosalind's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie, that in thy likeness thou appear to us, and if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him. This cannot anger him. It would anger him to raise a spirit in his mistress's circle of some strange nature, letting it there stand till she hath laid it and conjured it down. That for some spite, my invocation is fair and honest, and in his mistress's name, I conjure only to raise up him.
Come, give himself amongst the woods to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now he will sit under a medlar tree and wish his mistress were that kind of fruit as maids call meddlers when they laugh alone. Oh, Romeo, that she were, oh, that she were an open arse, thou a popperin pear. Ah! Romeo, good night. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain. To seek him here, that means not to be found.
No, he just sad scars that never felt a wound. Oh, soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. But be not her maid, since she is envious. Her best livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. That she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing but of that. Her eye discourses. I will answer it. Yeah, no, I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. Oh, she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head as is a winged messenger of heaven. Unto the white upturned, wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him as he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and soars upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose. By any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo, called retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word, no call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened in night so stumblest on my counsel?
By name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither. Fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out,
and what love does that dares love attempt. Therefore, thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. But thou love me, let them find me here. And my life were better ended by their hate than death, prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out this place?
By love's, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel. I lent him I. I am no pilot, but wert thou as far as that vast shore, washed with the farthest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word, yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown, and be perverse, and say thee nay, so thou wilt move, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light, but trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst ere I was aware my true love's passion, therefore, pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
Well, what shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
Well, if my heart's dear love would have me swear.
Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The, exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it for what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. And yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have. For both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night. I am afeard, being in night, that all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee where, and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come, anon, but if thou mean'st not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come! To cease thy suit, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes towards love as schoolboys from their books. But love, from love to or a school with heavy looks.
Romeo,
My dear,
at what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 year till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Oh. Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget again. To have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
I'll still stay. Have me still forget. Getting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird who lets it hop a little from her hand like a poor prisoner, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I were thy bird.
So would I, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes. Peace in thy breast. Oh, would I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close self, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. And ere the sun advances, burning eyes, the day to cheer and the night's dank dew to dry, I must upfill this osiers cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, and stones, and their true qualities, for not so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth prove. Virtue becomes vice being misapplied, and vice, sometimes, by action, dignified. Two such opposing kings encamp them still, in man as well as herbs, grace and rude will, and where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, Father.
Benedicite, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps its watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will ne'er lie. But where unbruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs, there golden sleep doth reign. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or, if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God, pardon sin, wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline? My ghostly father? Oh, no. I have forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
Well, I'll tell thee, ere thou ask me again. I've been dining with my enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, that's by me wounded both. Our remedies within thy help, and holy physical eyes, I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession like my stead's my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then, plainly, know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. How and where and when we met and wooed and made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Oh, holy Saint Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love that truly lies not in their heart, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stain the sin of an old tear not washed off yet, and art thou changed?
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving. pupil mine.
And badst me bury love?
Not in a grave, to lay one in, another out to
I
have.
pray thee, chide not. Her I love now doth grace for grace, and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well thy love did read by rote and could not spell. Come, young waverer, come, go with me. For in one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow. They stumble and run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke to his man.
Or that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my lie.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master, being dared how he dares.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eye. A love song run through his ear. The very pit of his heart cleft by the blind boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats. He's the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song. Keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests as minim rests. 1, 2, and the third in your bosom. The very butcher of a silk button. A duelist. A gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second cause. Ah, the almighty Placido, the punto reverso, the hay, the what? The pox. Of such antic, lisping, affecting phantasms, these new tuners of accent. By Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall man, a very good whore. Why, is not this a lamentable thing, grandsire, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these potentates that stand so much on the new form that they cannot sit at ease on the old bench? Oh, their bones, their bones. Here comes Romeo! Here comes Romeo! Without his roe like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, how art thou fishified? Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation for your French slop. Oh, you gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can he not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, my business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say a case such as yours constrains a man to bow at the hams.
Meaning to curtsy?
That was most kindly you.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Ooh, pink for flower.
Right.
Well then, is my pump well flowered?
Sure, wit. Follow me this jest till thou hast worn out thy pump, that when the soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing. Silly singular.
Oh, solely singular jest, solely singular for the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits faint.
Oh, swits and spurs, or I'll cry of that.
Nay, if our wits run the wild goose chase, I am done. For there is more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I should think I have in my whole 5. Was I not there with you for the goose?
Thou was never with me for anything when thou was not there for the goose.
I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Oh, nay, good goose, bite not.
Thy wit is a very bitter sweeting. It is a very sharp sauce.
Is it not then well served into a sweet goose?
Oh, here's a wit of cheverel that stretches from an inch narrow to an ell broad.
Oh, I stretch it out for that word, broad, which added to the goose doth prove thee broad and wide. A broad goose.
Why is not this better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable. Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art. By art as well as nature. For this driveling love is like a great natural that runs, flowing, up and down to hide his bauble in a hole.
Stop there! No, here's goodly gear.
A sail! A sail!
Two, a shirt and a smock.
Peter!
Anon!
My fan, Peter.
Good Peter, to hide her face, for her fan's the fairer face.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God ye good e'en, gentlewoman.
Oh, is it good den?
It is no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the brick of
Out upon you! What a man are you?
Gentlemen, nurse that God hath made for himself to maw.
Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo? If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
Thou found.
And no hair, sir, unless a hair, sir, in a Lenten pie. That is something stale and whore everybody spends. Romeo, will you to your father's? Will to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell, lady. Lady.
Very farewell. Be you, sir? What was this merchant that was so full of his ropery?
Gentleman nurse that loves to hear himself talk. And he'll speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And to say a thing against me, I'll take him down. And no more lustier than he, and 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, I'll find those that can. Scurvy knave, I am none of his flirt ill. I am none of his skeins mate. And thou must stand aside and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure.
I saw no man use you a pleasure. If I had, my weapon would have quickly been out. I warrant you, I dare draw as soon as another man, if I see occasion in a good quarrel, and the law on my side.
Now, afore God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scurvy knave. Pray you, sir, a word, and as I said, my young lady bid me inquire you out. What she bid me tell you, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell you that if you should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, 'tis a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, for the gentlewoman is young. Therefore, if you should deal double with her, what truly, sir, it were an ill thing to offer any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Oh, good heart! And in faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
Well, what wilt thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to shrift this afternoon, and there she shall, at Friar Lawrence's cell, be shrived and married. Here is for thy pains.
Oh, no, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
Well, this afternoon she shall be there, sir.
And stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall within the hour. My man will be with thee, and he shall bring thee cords made like a tackled stair, which to the high top gallant of my joy must be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell. Trust ye, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
Heaven bless thee, hark ye, sir.
What sayst thou, nurse?
Is your man's secret? Have you ne'er heard tell two may keep counsel, putting one away?
I warrant thee, my man's as blue as steel.
Well, sir, my mistress is the sweetest lady. Lord, when 'twas a little prating thing. Oh, there is a nobleman in town, one Paris, who would fain lay knife aboard, but she, good soul, had as lief see a toad, a very toad to see him. I anger her sometimes and say, Paris is the properer man, but I warrant when I do so, she looks as pale as any clout in the verse the world.
Commend me to thy mistress.
I 1,000 times. Peter.
Anon.
Peter, take my fan and go before, and a pace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Now is the sun upon the hindmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours yet. She is not come. Had she affections and warmth for blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love and his to me, but old folks, many, fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey, nurse! What news? Hast thou met with him? Send my man away. Peter, stay at the gate. Now, good sweet nurse. Oh, Lord, why look'st thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily, if good thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face. I am a-weary, give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had. Would thou hadst my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee speak. Good nurse, speak. Haste to, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see I am out of breath? How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? What says he of our marriage? What of that? Lord, my head aches. What a head am I? It beats as if it would fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back on the other side. My back. Shrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down. Faith, I am sorry thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love? Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant virtuous. Where is your mother? Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother? Oh, God's lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself. Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo? Have you got leave to go to church today? I have. Then hie you hence to Friar Lord's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the want of blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight. But you will bear the burden soon at night. Go out to dinner, hie you to the cell. Hie to high fortune, honest nurse. Farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. Amen, but come what sorrow can. It cannot countervail the exchange of joy when the short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou, but close our hands with holy words. In love devouring death, do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have but violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. Therefore love moderately. Long love does so. Too swift to rise as tardy is too slow. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light a foot will ne'er wear out the everlasting fit. A lover may bestride the gossip of the idols of the wanton summer air, and yet not fall, so light is vanity.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him else is his thanks too much.
Come with me, and we will make short work, for by your leave you shall not stay alone till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
I pray thee, Mercutio, let us retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl, for these days is the mad blood stirring. Thou art like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God send me no need of thee. Then by the operation of the second cup, draws it on the drawer when indeed there is no need. Am I such a fellow? Come. Thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved. And what to? Nay,
When there were two such, we should have none surely, for one would kill the other. Thou, why thou would quarrel with a man for having a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no better reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. Would I but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as idle as an egg for quarreling. Now it's tutor me for quarreling. On thy head, here comes the Capulets. Am I here like here not?
Gentlemen, good den. A word with one of you?
And but one word with one of us. Couple with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you give me occasion.
Couldst thou not take occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort! Dost thou make minstrels of us? If thou make minstrels of us, look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance soon, consort.
To talk in the public haunt of men! Either withdraw into some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze upon us.
Men's eyes are made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Well, peace be with you. Here comes my man. Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the love I have for thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage. Is such a greeting, villain? Am I none? Therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this will not excuse the injuries thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
To protest, I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. All the staccato carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives that I mean to make bold withal, and as you shall use me hereafter to drive eat the rest of the age. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about yours ere it be out.
I am for you.
No, good Mercutio, put thy rapier up!
Come, son. It was honor.
Yeah! The drum! Benvolio, beat down that weapon! Ha! Gentlemen, for shame! Forbear this outrage! Tybalt! Mercutio, the prince, expressly have forbidden bending his Verona's strength! You! Oh, no, hold! Tybalt! With Mercutio!
I am hurt. A plague on your houses. I am sped. See, God that hath nothing.
What? Art thou hurt?
Aye, scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Where is my page? Go, Bill, and fetch a surgeon.
No courage, man! The hurt cannot be much.
No. 'Tis not so deep as a well, nor wide as a church door, but 'tis enough, 'twill serve. Look for me tomorrow, now if I shall find me a grave man. I am peppered, I won't this one. A plague on both your houses. Soon so. A dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man to death. A braggart, a villain, a rogue that fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm. I thought all for the best. A plague on both your houses. Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. They have made worms meat of me. I have it, and soundly too. Your husband! This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that just an hour hath been my kinsman. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper hath softened valor's steel. Romeo! Romeo! Brave Mercutio, stand! Here comes the furious Tybalt back again! Alive! In triumph and Mercutio slain! Away to heaven respective lenity and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take thou that villain back again that late thou gavest me. Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort him here, shall with him.
No! We'll determine that. Romeo! Begone! Away! Tybalt is dead and the citizens are up! If the prince finds thee, he will doom thee death! Begone! Hence away! My unfortunate foe! I must not stay! Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer! Which way ran he?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
O noble prince! I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl! There lies that Tybalt, slain by young Romeo, and slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio!
Oh, Tybalt, my cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, cousin! Husband! Oh, the blood is spilt of my dear kinsman! Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montague!
Benvolio!
Cousin!
Who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt! Slain by Romeo! Romeo had spoken fair, bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All is uttered with gentle look. Kind friends, these humbly bound could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt death to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel and bold Mercutio's breast, who, all as hot, turns deadly point to point, and with the martial scorn, with one hand picks Colt at the side, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries, hold friends, friends part, and swifter than his tongue, his agile arms beat down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes. Underneath whose arm, a fatal thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back again to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And to it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them, with stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, but let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and all those 20 could but kill one life. I beg for justice, Prince, which thou must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live!
Romeo slew him, he slew Mercutio. Who then does his dear blood done?
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault but concludes with the law should end the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude quarrels supply a bleeding. But I'll immerse you with so strong a fine that you all shall repent this loss of mine. I am deaf to pleading or excuses. nor prayers, nor tears shall purchase out abuses. Therefore, use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, lest once he's found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds towards Thebes' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaethon would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love, performing night, that runway's eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or, if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come night, come Romeo, come thou day in night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there, the cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
I the cords.
I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, well a day. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. We are undone, lady, we are undone. Oh, lack the day. He's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Whoever would have thought it, Romeo!
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, and that bare vowel I shall poison more than the death-darting eye of a cockatrice. I am not I, if there be such an eye. Or those eyes shut that make the answer I, if he be slain, say I, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark here on this manly breast. A piteous corse. A piteous corse. Pale, pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I wounded at the sight.
Break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break it once. To prison eyes ne'er look on liberty.
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dear lord. Then dreadful trumpets sound the general doom. Who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did.
Oh, serpent heart, hid with a flowering face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend, angelical, just opposite to what thou justly seemst. A damned saint, an honorable villain, was ever book containing such vile matter, so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All are perjured. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit, for 'tis a throne where honor may be crowned sole monarch of the universal earth. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him!
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? Wherefore, villain, didst thou thou kill my cousin. That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaking offer up to joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore we by then? Tybalt is dead, and Romeo, banish it. That one word, banish it. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all dead, all slain. There is no end, no limit, measure bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where are my father and my mother, nurse? Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither. Wash his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when there's a drive for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords or ropes. You are beguiled. Both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you for a highway to my bed. But I, the maid, die, maiden widowing. Come, cords, come, nurse, all to my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
My dear chamber, I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark you, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll say him he's hid at Floyd's cell.
Find him, and give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth. Come forth, thou fearful man.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
A gentler judgment banished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment. Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence, from Verona, art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls. But purgatory, torture, hell itself, and banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then is banished death mistermed. They're calling death banishment. Thou cutt'st my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
A hideous sin, a rude unthankfulness. Thy fault, our law calls death. But the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
No, 'tis torture, and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing, live here in heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal a mortal blessing from her lips. Who even in pure and vestal modesty still blush as thinking their own kisses sin. Romeo may not. Fly may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished, and sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Oh, Friar, the damned use the word in hell, howling attends it. How hast thou the heart? Being a divine, a ghostly professor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed to mangle me with that word banishing.
Now, on, madman, hear me but speak a
Now
word.
we'll talk again of banishment.
I see that madmen have no ears.
Oh, how should they? When the wise men have no eye.
Let me dispute with thee of thine
Thou
estate.
canst not talk of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet, my love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair, and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself. Run to my study by and by. Stand up! What simpleness is this? I come! Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, holy friar, oh, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There, on the ground, his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress' state, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy. Oh, piteous predicament. Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Oh, why should you fall into so deep an sir, death is the end of all.
Speakst thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Where is she, and how doth she act? What says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls down on her bed, and then starts up, and on Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if as that knave's cursed hand murdered her kinsman, oh, tell me, Friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me, that I may sack the hateful mention.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better temperate. Hast thou slain Tybalt? And wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady too, who lives in thee, by doing damned hate upon thyself? What? Rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive. There, art thou happy? Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law, which threatened death, becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array, but like a misbehaved and solid wretch, thou pounce upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed. Take heed. For such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed, but look thou stay not till the watch be set, else thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile thy friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 200,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse, commend me to my lady. Romeo is come.
Lord, I could have stayed all the night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir, a ring she did bid me give you. Hie you, make haste, for it grows very late.
Well, my spirit is revived by this.
Go hence. Good night. And here stands all thy state. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time all the good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. It's late. Farewell. Good night.
And the joy past joy calls out on me. It were a grief so brief to part with me. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt well, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. It's very late, she'll not come down tonight. I promise you, that for your company I would have been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight, she is mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son Paris' love, and bid her mark you me a Wednesday next. It's off. What day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday, huh? Well, Wednesday is too soon. A Thursday, let it be. A Thursday, tell her. She shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two. For hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman if we revel much. Therefore we'll have some half a dozen friends, and there it is. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. Thursday be it then. Go you to Juliet, ere you go to bed. Prepare her, wife, against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, ho! Farm, it is so very, very late that we may call it early by and by.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Really, love, it was the nightingale.
Was the lark, herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the suffering clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone, and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. I know it, It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore, stay yet. Thou needst not be gone.
Let me be ta'en. Let me be put to death, I am content. So thou wilt have it so across my soul. Let's talk, it is not day.
It is. I hence be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. It doth not so, she divided us. Oh, now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, your lady mother is coming to the chamber. Day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Then window let day in and let life out.
Farewell. Farewell. One kiss and all to say.
Art thou gone so? Love, lord, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell, I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I don't know. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our times to come.
God, I have an ill-divining soul. Since I see thee now, thou art so low as one dead at the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
Trust me, love. In my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Look at you.
Oh, Fortune! Fortune! All men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, Fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Madam, you up?
What's that calls? It is my lady mother. Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping your cousin's death. What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you fear the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss cannot choose but ever reap the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo. That is because a traitor murderer lives.
Aye, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
Oh, we will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, and weep no more. I'll send one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then, I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out what a man to bear a poison, I would temper it proud that Romeo should upon receipt thereof soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that hath slaughtered him.
Oh, find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who to put thee from thy heaviness has sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectest not, nor I look not for.
Happy time, madam. What day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the county Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make me there a joyful bride.
Not by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. Pleasant news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew. But for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains down bright. How now, a conduit girl, what? Still in tears, evermore showering. How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but you will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
So, take me with you, wife. How? She will none. Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of one I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now? Chop logic? What is this? Proud, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress, thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds. but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag you out. Rain sickness, Marianne! Out, you faggot! You tunnel!
Fine, what are you mad? I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. And tell me what, get thee to church next Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. Fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see that one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hildy!
Oh, still God in heaven bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so!
Why, my lady wisdom?
I speak no treason!
Oh, God, you goddamn.
May not one speak!
Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your wisdom or a gossip's bowl, for here we need it!
You are too hot!
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, work, play, alone in company, still my care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair domains, youthful, nobly trained, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man. And then, to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining mammoth in her fortune's tender, to reply, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you pardon me. But then you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on it, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, think on it. I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet, my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies. Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. Oh, God! Nurse! How shall this be prevented? Comfort me, counsel me, alack that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy, some comfort, nurse? Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he never comes to challenge you, or if he do, it must needs be by stealth. Then, since the case so stands as now it does, I think it best that you marry with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish-clout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so grand, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. It's true, my heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good as he were, as him being here and you no use of him. Speakest thou from thy heart? Aye, and from my soul too, or beshrew them both. Amen. What? Well, thou hast comforted me. Marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence's cell, to make confession and to be absolved. Marry, I will. And this is wisely done. Each damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! Then more sin, to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times. Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Go to the friar, to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I'm nothing slow to slack his hate.
You say you do not even know the mind of the lady. Uneven runs the course. I like it now.
Immoderately, she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love, for Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it's dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and, in his wisdom, hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which, too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
I would I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady under my saddle.
Happily met, my lady, and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
What may be must be, love, on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
There's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye, I'm sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
Tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their
Thou
spite.
wrong'st it more than tears with that report.
That is no slander, sir, which is a truth. And when I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
It may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse you. Till then, adieu. Keep this holy kiss.
Shut the door. And when thou hast done so, come weep with me past hope, past cure, past help.
Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must on Thursday next be married to this
Oh,
count.
tell me not, Friar, that thou hearest to this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God joined my heart and Romeo's. Thou our hands, and ere this hand by thee to Romeo's sealed shall be the label to another deed, or my true heart with treacherous revolts turn to another, this shall slay them both. Be not so long to speak, I long to die. If what thou speakest, speak not of remedy.
Oh, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame? And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris from off the battlement of any tower, or walk in thievish ways, or bid me lurk where serpents are, chain me with roaring bears, or bid me go into a new-made grave. Hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that, to hear them told, have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold, then. Go home. Be married. Consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial. Being then in bed, this distilled liquor drink thou up, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep its native progress, but surcease. No warrant, no breath shall testify thou livest, and in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue for 42 hours, and then awake, as if from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, in the manner of our country, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. Now, in the meantime, against our waking, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I shall watch thy waking. And that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee of this present shame.
Give me.
Hold. Get thee gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with haste to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
So many guests invited here writ. Go, sirrah. Hire me 20 cunning cooks.
You shall have none ill, sir, for I shall try if they can lick their fingers.
How canst them try them so?
Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that cannot lick his own fingers. Therefore he that cannot lick his fingers goes now with me.
Go, be gone. We shall be much unfurnished for this time. What? Is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, you may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See where she comes from shrift with merry look.
How now, my headstrong, where have you been gadding?
Where I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Go tell him of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence's cell.
Why, I'm glad of it. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be. Now, afore God, this reverend holy friar, our whole city is much bound to.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There is time
Go,
enough.
nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night.
Hush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well, I warrant thee well. Go thou to Juliet. Go and deck up her. I'll not to bed tonight. Let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. What ho! They're all forth. Well, I will walk myself to County Ferris to prepare him up against tomorrow. My heart is wondrous light, since this same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
Aye, those attires are best, but, gentle nurse, I pray thee leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which well thou knowest is cross and full of sin.
What, are you busy? Need you my help?
No, madam, we have pulled such necessaries as are behooveful for our state tomorrow. So, please you let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene. I needs must act alone. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then, tomorrow morning? No, no, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. The friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo, I fear it is. And yet, methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before that time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes, and there die, strangled ere my Romeo come? Or, if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place, as in a vault, an ancient receptacle wherefore these many 100 years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies
hours in the night spirits resort. Alack, is it not like that I, so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks, like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught? Environed with all these hideous fears and madly play with my forefathers' joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in this rage with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brain. Oh God, methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo, that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay. Romeo. Romeo. Romeo? Here's drink. I drink to thee.
Hold! Take these keys and fetch more spices, nurse.
They call for dates and quinces in the pastry.
Come, stir. The second cock hath crowed, the curfew bell hath rung. 'Tis 3 o'clock. Look to the baked meats, good Angelica. Stay night for the cause.
Go, you cock queen, go. Get you to bed. Faith, you'll be ill tomorrow for this night's watching.
Oh, not a whit. What? I've watched there this all night with lesser cause and ne'er been sick.
Aye, you have been a mouse hunt in your time, but I will watch you from such watching now.
Jealous, good Angelica. Now, fellow, what's there?
Something for the cook, sir, but I know not what.
Make haste. Fetch drier logs. Peter! Show 'em where they are.
I've ahead, sir, little fine logs out. Never trouble Peter for the matter.
Yes, and well said, a merry horse, and thou shalt be loggerhead. Good faith, 'tis day. The county will be here with music straight, for so he said he would. I hear him near. Nurse! Wife! What ho, what nurse, I say? Bring Juliet forth. Go trim her up. I'll go chat with Paris. I make haste, the bridegroom, he has come already. Make haste, I say.
Mistress! What mistress? Juliet! Fast, I'll warrant her she. Why, lamb! Why, lady! Ah, you slug a bed! Why, love, I say. Madam? Sweetheart? Why, bride? What? Dressed in your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady? Lady! Lady! Alas, alas, help, help, my lady's dead! Oh, well a day that ever I was born! Samacabite, ho, my lord, my lady! What noise is here? Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look, oh happy day!
Oh me! Oh me! My child! My only life! Revive! Look up, or I will die with thee! Help! Help! Call help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord is come.
She's dead! Deceased! She's dead! Alack the day!
Alack the day! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
Here! Oh, alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Oh, lamentable day!
A woeful time.
Come! Is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Son, the night before thy wedding day hath death lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower as she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. My daughter here to wed. I shall die and leave him all, life, living, all is death.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face, and doth it give me such a sight as this?
Cursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day!
Woeful day!
Worse and wrong dressed.
Most miserable hour that e'er time saw!
Lamentable day, most woeful day that ever
Poor one, one poor and loving child!
right overthrown.
Oh, dear, it was one thing. Rejoice and solace in.
My child, not dead.
Thankful that I catch it from my sight.
Peace! Oh! For shame! Confusion's cure lies not in these confusions. Heaven and yourselves had a part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better it is for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. The most you suffer was her promotion, for 'twas your heaven she should be advanced, and weep ye now, seeing she is advanced above the clouds, as high as heaven itself. Oh, in this love, you love your child so ill that you run like mad, seeing she is well. Dry up your tears, and stick your rosemary on this fair corpse, and, as is the custom, in her best array, bear her to church. For though fond nature bid us all lament, yet nature's tears are reason's merriment.
All things that we ordain in festival turn from their office to black funeral. Our bridal cheer to a sad burial feast. Our solemn hymns to sullen dirges change, and all things change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you inside, and madam, go you with him, and go. Prepare. Everyone prepare to follow this fair corpse unto her grave.
Oh, good fellow, put up, for well you know it is a pitiful case.
Musician! Oh, musician! Heartsies! Heartsies! Oh, would you have me live, play heartsies?
Why heartsies?
Oh, musician! Because my heart itself, please, my heart is full of woe. Oh, play me some merry dump to comfort me.
Not a dump, tis no time to play now.
You will not then?
No.
I will then give it to you soundly.
What will you give me?
Oh, no money by my faith, but the gleek. I will call you a minstrel.
Then I will call you a serving creature.
Oh, I cry you mercy.
What a pestilent knave is this saying?
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. Strange dream. That gives a dead man leave to think, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona, how now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the Friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
And she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news, since you did leave it to my office, sir.
Is it e'en so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou knowest, my lord, to get me ink and paper and hire post horses I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do report some misadventure.
Tush, thou art deceived. Leave me, and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the Friar?
No, my good lord.
Man, get thee gone, and hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Now let's see for means. Mischief, thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I to remember an apothecary. And hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds and overwhelming brows, culling of simples. Meager were his looks. Sharp misery had worn him to the bones, and in his needy shock a tortoise hung, an alligator's stump, and other skins of ill-shaped fishes, and about his shelves a beggarly account of empty boxes, green earthen pots, bladders, and musty seed. The remnants of pack thread and old cakes of roses were thinly scattered to make up a show. Noting this penury to myself, I said, and if a man did need a poison now, whose sale is present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it him. Oh, this same thought did but forerun my need. And this same needy man must sell it me if I do remember it should be thou. Though being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. The one hope! Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see thou art poor. Hold. There is 40 ducats. Give me a dram of poison, such soon speeding dear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Thou so fair, and full of wretchedness, and fearest to die. The famine is in thy cheeks. Need and oppression starveth in thy eyes. O contempt and beggary hangs upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich, then be not poor, but break it. Take this.
My poverty, but not my will consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
But this, in any liquid thing thou wilt, and drink it off, and if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds, and thou mayst not sell. I sell thee poison, thou hast sold me none. Farewell. Buy food, get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee.
Holy Franciscan Friar, Brother Howe! The same must be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother Adams, one of our order, to associate me here in the city visiting the sick, and finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth. So then I speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it here 'tis again, nor get a messenger to bring it thee. So fearful were they of infection.
Unhappy fortune. By my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but contained charge of dear import. The neglecting of it may cause much danger. Friar John, go hence. Get me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Within 3 hours, will fair Juliet awake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will write again to Mantua, and keep her in my cell till Romeo come. Poor living corpse, enclosed in a dead man's tomb.
Give me thy torch, boy! Hence and Sandoval! Yet put it out, for I will not be seen. Under yon yew trees lay thee all along, holding thine ear to the hollow ground, so shall no foot upon this churchyard tread, being loose, unfirm, with digging up of graves, but thou shalt hear it.
Whistle then to me that thou hearest something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go.
I am almost afraid to stand here alone in the churchyard, yet I will adventure. Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will dew, or, wanting that, with tears distilled by moans. The obsequies that I for thee will keep will be to strew thy grave and weep.
The boy gives warning some doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies in true love's right? What with the torch? Muffle me night a while.
Give me the mattock and the wrenching iron.
Well,
Take thou this letter, early in the morning see thou deliver it to my lord and father. Now give me the light. Upon thy life, I charge thee whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof and do not interrupt me in my course. For the reason I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead fingers a precious ring, a ring I must use in dear employment, therefore hence, be gone. But if thou, jealous, dost return to pry in what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs.
I'll be gone and not trouble you.
Shalt thou show me friendship? Think thou that live and be prosperous? Farewell, good fellow.
For all this same, I'll hide me hereabouts. For his looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, scorched with the dearest morsel of the earth, thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
this is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, which, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. And here has come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
Indeed I must, and therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence, and leave me. Oh, think upon these gone, let them affright thee. Now I beseech thee, youth, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Oh, be gone. By heaven, I love thee better than I love myself, for I came hither armed against myself. Stay not. Be gone. Live! And hereafter say, a madman's mercy bids thee run away.
I do defy thy conjurations and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy!
Oh Lord, they fight! I will go call in the watch!
I'm asleep! God! Ah, thou be merciful! Open the tomb!
Romeo and Juliet, in faith I will. And let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble County Paris. What said my man when my betrothed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet, said he not so? Or did I dream it so? Or am I mad? Hearing him talk of Juliet, to think it was so. Oh, give me thy hand. One writ with me in sour misfortune's book, I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. A grave. Oh no. Lantern, slaughtered you. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty doth make this vault a feasting presence full of light. Death, lie thou there, by a dead man in her. Oh, love, my wife. The death that has sucked the honey of thy lips hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. You are not conquered. The beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Oh, what more favor can I do to thee than with that hand that cut thy youth in twain to sunder his that was thy enemy? Forgive me, cousin. Oh, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? But I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean of horrid monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour. I fear that I still will stay with thee, and never, from this palace of dim night, depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaid. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world where it flatters. I look your last. Arms. Take your last embrace and lips. Oh, you, doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engross his wrath. Bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide. My love. It was true. Apothecary and eye drugs are quick. With a kiss. And I.
St. Francis be my speed. How oft tonight have my old feet stumbled upon graves. Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well.
Bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what yon torch vainly lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern it, it burneth to the old Capel's monument.
It doth so, holy sir. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long have he been there?
Full half an hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir, for my master knows not, but I am gone from hence, and did menace me with death if I did stay to look on his intents.
Stay then. I'll go alone. No fear comes upon me. For much I fear some ill unlucky thing.
As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master and another fought, and that my master slew him.
Romeo! Alack!
Go tell the prince.
Alack!
Grace Montague.
What blood is this which stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre? Oh! Romeo! Hail! Who else? What Paris too? Steeped in blood? What an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance? The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable Friar. Where is my lord? You do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear a noise. Come, lady, come from that that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A power greater than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom, there lies dead. Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee with a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Get thee hence, for I will not away.
Dare no longer stay.
What's here? Close to my true love's hand. Poison I see, with his timeless end. Cheryl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips, haply some poison yet doth hang on them to make die with a restorative. My lips are warm.
Lead, boy, which way?
What? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger. This is thy sheath. They rushed and let me die.
Here's the place! There, where the torch doth burn!
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning rest?
What should it be that they so shriek abroad?
People in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet and some Paris, and all come running with open outcry to our monument.
What fear is this which shudders in my ears?
Sovereign, there lies the County Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm and new killed.
Oh, heavens! Oh, wife, look how our daughter bleeds! This dagger hath misstayed, for lo, his house is empty on the back of Montague, and it missheathed in my daughter's bosom.
Oh, me! This sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre!
Montague, thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look, thou shalt see.
Oh, thou untaught! What manner is in this? To press before thy father to a grave.
See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill thy joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, so that while Verona, where that name is known, there shall be no figure at such rate set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his lady's lie, for sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show its head. Go hence, and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, some punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this, of Juliet and her Romeo.